Today, we're diving into the realm of extraordinary comebacks that have left audiences breathless and redefined the meaning of perseverance. From stunning turnarounds to improbable victories, these are the top 10 sports comebacks of all time. Number 10. Indiana Pacers, 8-point deficit in 11 seconds. Even though the Indiana Pacers' return wasn't huge, the fact that it happened in just 11 seconds makes it hard to believe. When the Pacers played the New York Knicks in Game 1 at Madison Square Garden, Reggie Miller scored 8 points to shock Spike Lee and other Knicks fans. It was one of the best individual shows I've ever seen, and it happened at the height of the rivalry between Miller and Lee. Number 9. Indianapolis Colts, 21-point deficit, 2003. Even though coming back from being down 28-7 in the fourth quarter is a big deal, the fact that Peyton Manning did it against the reigning Super Bowl winners in the last 5 minutes of a Monday night game makes it even more exciting. Manning seemed to be looking at his favorite target, Marvin Harrison, to finish the comeback. Harrison ended up with 11 catches for 176 yards and 2 scores, which was just one of the many great times the two former teammates had together. Number 8. Philadelphia Flyers, NHL Eastern Conference Semifinal, 2010. This series seemed to feature it all. First, the Philadelphia Flyers were down 3-0 in the Eastern Conference Semifinals best-of-7 series before they could even blink. Then, when they finally got to a decisive Game 7 against the Boston Bruins, Philly looked like they were too tired to play. They gave up 3 goals in the first period. Scratching and clawing their way back, the Flyers scored the next 4 goals of the game and won by the same score as the series, 4-3. They were only the third team in NHL history to come back from a 3-game loss. Number 7. Cleveland Indians, 12-run deficit, 2001. As a fan of Cleveland sports, I remember my camp counselor telling me about this one the summer before my junior year of high school. It was a Sunday night game on ESPN, and the Cleveland Indians beat the Seattle Mariners despite being behind by 12 runs. At the time, the Mariners had the best record in the majors, and they went on to win an MLB record 116 games that season. Even more amazing than the comeback. All of this happened after the 7th inning, and it took 11 innings for the Tribe to win the game 15-14. Number 6. Boston Celtics, NBA Finals, 2008. When the LA Lakers beat the Boston Celtics 35-14 in the first quarter of Game 4, it was the biggest first-quarter lead in the history of the NBA Finals. Jack Nicholson and other Lakers fans probably felt good about their chances. But they would leave upset in the end. Even though LA led by as many as 24 points, the Celtics kept chipping away at the lead. A run of 21 points in 3 minutes at the end of the third quarter made up most of the comeback. With this energy going into the fourth game, Boston beat the Lakers and went up 3-1 in the series. They went on to win the NBA title in 7 games. Number 5. Duke Blue Devils, Final Four, 2001. This was the ACC rivals' 4th game of the season, and it turned into a classic. After beating the Blue Devils badly to get a 39-17 lead, the Maryland Terrapins seemed to think the game was over, but then Duke made a comeback. With just under 7 minutes left in the game, stars Shane Battier and Jay Williams helped the Dukies take a 1-point lead. They then went on a 23-12 run to beat their opponent and move on to the national title game. They beat the Arizona Wildcats, giving coach Mike Krzyzewski his 3rd championship at Duke. Number 4. Michigan State Spartans football, 35-point deficit, 2006. And here you were thinking that the Big Ten was just 3 yards and a cloud of smoke. In 2006, when the Michigan State Spartans and the Northwestern Wildcats played each other, they showed that they, too, know how to score a lot of points. At the end of the third quarter, when the Spartans were down 38-3, they scored 38 straight points and shocked the Wildcats at home, winning 41-38. This was the biggest comeback in NCAA football history. Number 3. Oracle Team USA, America's Cup, 2013. Even if sailing isn't a sport most people record to keep up with, the America's Cup finals from last year are undoubtedly something even casual sports fans have heard of. Because it was unquestionably the greatest comeback in sports. The America's Cup is the sailing equivalent of the Super Bowl, with a best-of-17 format. In the 2013 season, not only did the series go the full 19 races, but Oracle Team USA came back from an 8-1 deficit to win the 34th edition by beating Emirates Team New Zealand. Number 2. Buffalo Bills, NFL Wild Card Game, 1993. The Buffalo Bills needed backup quarterback Frank Reich to lead them to a third consecutive Super Bowl appearance after losing their starting quarterback and future Hall of Famer Jim Kelly to injury. Things got off to a bad start for him. It looked like the Bills would be run off the field again when they faced the Oilers. They had previously played in Week 17 and Houston won, 27-3. A Reich pass was intercepted and returned for a touchdown early in the third quarter, extending the Oilers' lead to 32 points from 28-3 at halftime. Nonetheless, Buffalo scored 28 unanswered points to end the quarter and finish regulation tied, setting the stage for the greatest playoff comeback in NFL history, which was concluded by a Steve Christie field goal. Number 1. Boston Red Sox, ALCS, 2004. The 2004 American League Championship Series, ALCS, featured a number of incredible comebacks, but none more so than the Boston Red Sox's comeback from a 3-0 series deficit to upset their bitter rivals, the New York Yankees. How come it's ranked first, though? The 2004 game was only one part of the series. The question, does the name Aaron Boone mean anything to anyone, went all the way back to the 2003 ALCS. And because the Yankees outbid Boston to sign Alex Rodriguez, baseball's top player at the time, prior to the 2004 season. From Johnny Damon's grand slam in Game 6 to all but secure the Red Sox's passage to the World Series, this series had more plot twists than a Hollywood thriller. It pitted the evil empire against the curse of the Bambino. And there you have it, the top 10 sports comebacks that have left an indelible mark on our collective sports memory. From the miracle on ice to stunning victories in football, basketball, and beyond, these incredible displays of resilience remind us of the limitless possibilities that exist in the world of sports. Which comeback is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, never underestimate the power of a comeback.